Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle Foley, and I am a beauty consultant and sales director with Mary Kay. And this is my bare face. I have a birthmark and a little bit of redness here. And so a lot of my customers love it when I do my makeup live. So I thought I would do this video and put it on YouTube so it can be played over and over. So watch what I do. I already did my skincare for today. So I've got on all of my lifting serum and everything, and my eye cream. So I'm going to start off with foundation primer. Foundation primer, I'm going to take just a little bit, about that much. It has SPF 15, so it's going to give me a little added protection. I'm going to put it in the center. Makeup artists, they put it in the center. So I usually do swish, 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 and blend it out. It's like liquid satin. It will fill up any larger pores and protect my skin, and it also helps to fight oil. Next, I'm gonna take a concealer, and this is a very light one, and I'm going to fill in this area. This is going to help my eyes just kind of come forward. I'm gonna put a little bit here and a little here on my birthmark. Every person who has a birthmark has to do certain things just to make it work. One birthmark is not the same as the other. So now I'm going to blend all of this. Just a moment, I'm going to grab another mirror so I can kind of see a little bit better. So I'm going to take this brush, and this gives me a nice, beautiful palette for when I do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the concealer and just spread that around both eyes. Then I'm going to do my birthmark area. It's not going to be covered, but at least it's going to get a little bit of something. And then down the side of this cheek. Okay. Next, I'm going to take our foundation. This is the matte foundation in my color. I'm going to take our foundation brush. I'm going to put a little bit on. And I'm going to dot this around. I usually start with one side so I can make sure I get it really blended. This foundation is amazing. And this is the reason that I joined Mary Kay, is because their foundations are so good. I could actually hide my birthmark without having to purchase expensive products from Hollywood and pay shipping and etc. So you can see this is just blending away all of my redness. So for any of you that don't have a birthmark, you can see how this would just blend any redness right away. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more to do this side. I love this foundation. And then with the brushes, I suggest you keep Dawn dishwashing liquid in your bathroom and wash your brush out every 3 or 4 days, depending on how much you've used it, or at least once a week, if not more often. Okay. You can see I already look better. All right, so that's done. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of foundation on my finger. And this is called stippling. If you take just a little foundation and you pat it in, oop, I got a little bit too much there. Stippling. So when you rub and rub and rub, you end up rubbing it off. So if you just pat it, it kind of settles down into the skin. Okay, let's cover the birthmark. This is my hard area right here. Okay, now I'm gonna let that sit. I let it sit and dry for a little bit, and then I will come back with powder. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a powder foundation and go over my concealer on my eyes, just like this, just to kind of set that so it's ready for eyeshadow. And I have this rounded brush that I just used for that. The other thing I learned from a makeup artist, you can see I've got some tanness from Florida. Take a dark bronze foundation and powder under here where the sun never hits, then it won't be completely white under there. All right, I'm going to let my birthmark sit, but I'm going to come in with my shade of my shade of powder, and I'm going to powder over the foundation that I put on. This helps to set my foundation. This is a setting powder. And I go a little bit darker because I'm getting tan, so I want my face to match my neck. But I am one that never lets the sun see my face. I always have sunscreen and foundation on to hide my birthmark, but it also makes sure that my face doesn't get burned. Okay. I'm going to move, while this is drying, I'm going to move on to eyeshadows. So I'm going to start with a deep brown eyeliner on the bottom. And I'm just going to line here. I'd sometimes use black, but it just depends. Brown on the bottom, and I always give it a little wing also here. And I'll talk more about that. Brown on the bottom is not as stark, so I don't want to be one of the Sharpie marker girls. Sorry, I got to roll it up here a little bit. Okay, so I'm doing brown on the bottom. You can also use eyeshadow if you choose. Again, I'm going to give it a little wing here. And then I started doing something different lately, and that's to take a black eyeliner and go on the waterline underneath. So I'm going to do one eye and show you. You can see the definition between one and the other. And then I also like to take and do just like a little wedge over here on both sides. This is going to make my eyes appear like they're going up, which is very complimentary. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyeshadow while my foundation on my birthmark is still drying. And actually, I'm going to do my lips. I tend to do this, my lips, instead of last. I do them now so it doesn't look so bare. You should do the Cupid's bow first. And then go up. And to make your lipstick last longer, go ahead and fill it in. Okay, got my lip liner on. I'm going to do, what do I have? I think it's Festive Pink today. Okay, got some lips. Okay, so now it's time for eyeshadow. I'm going to start with my highlighting shade first. This is actually Biscotti. I'm going to do Biscotti right in here to lighten and brighten the inside of my eye, and then a little bit on the outside. Okay, now I'm going to take I used to use more of a, what do I want to say? A crease brush, but I found that if I do a fluffier brush, it does a better application. So I'm actually going to use this light purple shade. I have green eyes, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go in my crease, and it's going to give me this beautiful color. I'm going to come down into here. I'm going to take Espresso, which is kind of a, not black, but like a gray black, and I'm going to do a little bit accentuating right here. Again, to bring the focus to the outer corners of my eyes. And the key is to blend. Now I'm going to take a lighter shade kind of a shimmery gold. I think it's called Gold Rush, just here. Okay, and the key is to blend. So I'm gonna blend and blend. So this is all no line, and just blend it all in. Okay, there we go. You can see the corners kind of coming up. All right, next I am going to use my liquid eyeliner pen. This, you can just glide right along your lashes. And you want to get in the corner here as well. You can do this as tiny or as bold as you wish. You can use the point, or you can actually lay it flat. Okay, there we go. And now mascara. Makeup artists say that you should use 3 coats of mascara. So come in with 1, and if you hold it and wiggle it out, it will coat the bottom and both sides of your lash. If you were to curl your lashes first, do that before mascara, so the mascara doesn't actually dry. It can be a little brittle and you don't want to break off your lashes. I always do my top lashes first, and when you're finished, you can do your lowers. I'm going to let this coat dry, and I'm going to do the under eye corrector. This is our under eye corrector. Oh, I forgot my brows. We have great brow liners and brow tint, or you can use eyeshadow. So this is just eyeshadow, and I'm a little sparse right in the center. It should start right here. So I'm going to use a little bit of eyeshadow to give that a little illusion of a brow. Look at that, the difference. So eyeshadow, brow tint, or you can use eyeshadow or your brow tint, or of course, a brow liner. And then I kind of blend that out so it's not so stark. Okay, under eye corrector, 1 shade for everyone. You do 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, and I like to do a little swish. 1, 2, 3, and a little swish. You can take any concealer brush. I happen to have an old liquid foundation brush, and you just pat this in before you do your lower lash of mascara. This will lighten and brighten underneath your eye, and then when you go like this, it makes the eyeshadow very sharp and kind of to a corner, so that it really cleans that up. And again, you can see my eye, kind of an illusion that my eye is going up on that outside area. So makes your eyeshadow very crisp. Okay, got that done. Now I'm going to take a pressed powder that I have in my compact, and I'm going to use this sponge. And what I do, and again, this is a Michelle tip for her birthmark, but you could do this to set any foundation. I'm just going to press this into place. And ta-da, it's done. And then I'm going to do, oh, I forgot my blush, and then more mascara. I put my highlighter and my blush together, so when I brush across, you can see I've got highlighter here and blush. And so when I put it on, the highlighter is going at the top of my cheeks, and the blush is going at the bottom. And of course, there's all kinds of contouring and etc. that I could do as well. All right, more mascara. And you can see that this whole thing is going to be done, and without the talking, I can do a whole glamour look like this in 15 minutes or less. And I like to wiggle it back and forth on the bottom. And then the last thing is finishing spray. So what you do with finishing spray is you do a T and then an X. I'm going to move my hair back. Oop. Okay, it doesn't want to work today. Oh, here we go. There, perfect. And that's the foundation. So there it is, full glamour on a birthmark in 15 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.